Hello, and welcome to the North Crowd's review of the Fast and the Furious 7, or Furious 7 as it's sometimes stylized. The term jump the shark gets thrown around a lot when it comes to media and film, and I feel that it's quite possibly one of the most useful phrases to use in relation to this review. Now, the term jump the shark, coming from an early Happy Days episode where the Fonz actually jumped over a shark. It means that the series or TV programs or films or whatever you are watching has reached a high point in its career and will now progressively get worse as time goes on. This is the case with the Fast and the Furious 7. Now, in the previous installments, there have been points where things have been a bit ridiculous, but you kind of shrug them off on your suspension of disbelief. For example, in the previous film, there was a tank on a motorway. Fair enough, people believe that. And then there was the ending of that previous film, where the runway for the plane just wouldn't end. It would have had to have been about 18 miles long to actually accommodate the fact that they were inside a plane, it was trying to take off, it was going at a certain amount of speed. It seemed unreasonable, and that was the point when I thought, is this it? Has it gone too far? And now I would like to say that yes, in light of Fast and Furious 7, it has definitely came to that point. It has definitely jumped the shark. From the very beginning, we're treated to a scene in a hospital where main villain Deckard Shaw is talking to his comatose brother Owen Shaw about how he's going to get revenge on Dominic Toretto and his gang for putting him there in the first place. Seems fair enough, kind of a nice touching scene. But what you then get to see is that Deckard has shot his way into the hospital, killing about 70 people, including the Special Forces, and then proceeds to walk out of there, killing another person on his way out, and drive off, like it was an easy thing to do. Now, yes, it explains that maybe he was Special Forces himself, and he does show some skills, but at the same time, I have plenty of doubt that no one could do that, to shoot their way into hospital that easily, spend that long talking to their friend, brother, whatever, who in the hospital, and then proceed to walk out without any problems. It just doesn't make sense to me. But despite all the ridiculousness, I have to give it credit in one particular area. People will know that during the course of Fast and the Furious 7's production, one of the main characters was in an unfortunate car crash and died as a result, leaving the film kind of without one of their main characters. This was resolved later on by using CGI and his brother as a stand-in. But what I have to give it credit for is the ending. The ending, it pays homage to that actor by having his character and the main character Dom drive off in a race together. And as they drive, the other character, Brian, veers off to another road and Dom keeps on driving. Whilst over this, Dom narrates a strangely touching eulogy kind of thing about how he was his brother, and no matter whether they're quarter mile, half mile, or any distance apart, he will always still be his brother. And in a film that was as ridiculous as Fast and Furious 7, it was nice to have that one little moment where they showed that Brian was a central character for the entirety of the series, and it just wouldn't be the same without him. And they showed that by showing the two roads diverging, and how from this point on, it will be different.